All right, cool. So let's
Yeah.
get on to the big topic, and we're going to talk about the treble. Now I've got one question to ask you, gentlemen. I'll be really honest, and I know I'm going to sound like a bitter United fan saying this, but that's okay. Personally, for me, I expected the hype to be a lot more. I thought, even though I'm not plugged in, I thought the Sky Sports was going to be going off. I thought
Yeah, you're not
Instagram was going to be going off. Um, I thought it was going to be a lot crazier. But actually, Liverpool fans, obviously, especially United fans, some other Arsenal fans that are my friends as well, Liverpool fans on their channels as well, on other channels, um, and Chelsea fans, because you know that I've got a couple of Chelsea fans as well. No one no one like, okay, like, fine, cool, treble, no big, you know what I mean? And then you've got a drunk flipping
I,
Brandon Williams
I,
putting out what he did on Instagram. But anyway,
I feel like there's been a lot of coverage over it. There's been a lot of hype over it.
well,
Like from what I've heard, and from what I've seen, there's been a lot of coverage over it.
look, I guess what I'm trying to say is,
Rated,
I guess what I'm trying to say is,
and
has this
because people
gone
don't
how
like
you lot expected?
because people don't like
Do you
it.
want
They
to be
want to
honest
start
with you,
saying,
Chris?
"Oh
Chris,
yeah,
Chris,
125 charges."
Chris. We want to be honest with you. The honest truth is, yeah, that City was kind of expected to do the treble,
Yep.
and let's be honest, as much as they are covering a lot of ground in a short space of time, they're not a bigger club than United. They're not. They're not a bigger club. Like, they don't have historic nights like United. They're making their historic nights, or they're making their championship. They're showing their championship pedigree of recent, but you've had that in the tank for decades. So I feel that as much as you would say it hasn't been a big hoo-ah, it has, but it's not going to have the same effect as when you lot done it, if that makes sense.
I think
It's
it's
kind of
too,
expected.
it's
It was
expected.
kind of expected.
But I think there's two different precedences. Like you say, City were almost expected to get this treble. But yet, it's, for me, a treble is a treble. But imagine, okay, here's my comparison. Because you guys are both solid Arsenal fans, there aren't many titles left for City to break. Correct?
None.
They've
There's
they've
not a lot
got
at all.
they've got our arguably greatest ever achievement. They've got that. They've
Yep.
broken the Premier League all-time points total. They've broken the
Yep.
scoring total.
Yep.
No, I think Chelsea still have that, actually, maybe in Jose Mourinho's season. No, I think they've broken that. I think they scored more goals than them. They've got more clean sheets at home. They've got the possession stats. For me, there's one title left. Oh, they've got three in a row as well. Three Prems in a row. For me, there's probably one that they haven't got, which they maybe can get, which is the Invincibles, right? Now, I don't think they'll do it. Hear me out. I don't think they'll do it.
They can never get that.
I don't think they'll do it because I think football's changed. Okay?
Yep.
I think when the I think when Arsenal were the Invincibles, I think there was a lot of game management that season, personally, right? And I think, listen, before you lot get triggered, I'm not trying to shit on your biggest achievement, yeah?
We won the
I'm
double.
not.
We won the double that season as well. So
I'm not. You need to. If you win every season, if you win every single game, you have to win that. Yeah. So it's expected. So
I'm just putting
what I'm trying to say is, there was a lot of management, right? What I'm trying to say is you guys drew 12 games out of the 38.
We drew 11.
12.
It was 11.
All right, 11.
Right
Fine.
now.
And you know what? That's not a problem. That's not a problem. I don't care about that. You lot won it, and you won the league anyway. Cool. But look at the points total that you lot won.
We did it the right way. We did it the right way.
Yes, through Arsene Wenger, one of the greatest of all time. He's for me is one of the GOATs. So, exactly. Now, here's my question: if City do the Invincible next season, which they won't, but let's say they did, for argument's sake, is it bigger than your Invincible?
No.
Why?
because the reason why I would say it's not bigger than our Invincible, because I feel that the team City have right now, realistically, they are capable of doing the Invincibles. If you're talking player for player against the other teams in the Premier
Arsenal
League,
had an amazing team, though.
nah, we had the right team. Wouldn't say it's an amazing team. We had the right team.
Okay, but
We
they
had
go
the
hand in
right.
hand. They go hand in hand. If
Nah,
you've
they
got
don't
the
go hand
right
in
team,
hand. Okay,
if
put
you've
it as
got the
this,
right
yeah?
team, you've got an amazing team.
Wait. Put it as this. They spent 100 million on Grealish, yeah? The season before, he won a Premier League. He didn't really contribute to it. He said it in his Champions League interview. He said, yeah, I won it, but I didn't really contribute. This season, he shows some of his 100 million price tag. You know what I'm trying to say?
He's
If
been
he doesn't
brilliant.
play well, if he doesn't play well, who comes on? Mahrez. Mahrez doesn't play well, who comes on? Foden. So it's like the levels for City didn't drop. If you're talking about invincibles, Perez, if he doesn't play well, who comes on? If we're lucky,
Wiltord. I don't know.
I won't even say Will Todd.
Is his
Let's say
quality?
Freddie Lumberg.
Freddie
Quick
Ljungberg was quality.
Jimmy Pennett's not an invincible, is he?
No. Well, no, I think he is, but he just got them. He was in the squad, innit? I think
Yeah.
he was in the squad. But I don't think he got a medal, though. I don't think he got a medal.
Oh, okay.
So you've
Ali
just
had the year with a common man.
Yeah, Ali, he's an invincible. He's an invincible.
so there you go. So my point is, that's my point that I was trying to make. But before I land on that point, Puz, do you agree with Sim that if City, for example, because they're capable, we all agree, go and have an invincible season, does that topple your invincible season?
Look, it's a different era.
Yeah, it is.
It's just like '99 was a different era. It's just a different era. It's a different set of teams that you're playing. I would say though, we are playing City right now. Are playing better technical teams. So, yeah,
But pause.
it's
You got to
still
remember. Wait.
it's still different. It's still different. It's just a complete different era.
Wait.
I don't think it'll
Can
be
I
better. It's a
interrupt?
great achievement, but I don't think there should be anything. Oh, City winning the treble is better than United winning the treble. No, it's
Wait.
the same thing. They both won the treble in history. History is not going to remember. Oh, City's treble was better than Man United's treble.
But we're not the
But wait.
ones creating this argument.
No, but wait. You're not creating this argument. But what I would say, seeing the invincible era. Wait, when we done that, we wasn't expected to do that because Man United still had a strong team. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Let's be honest. City's team compared to everyone else's team in the world, it shits on them. Let's be honest, bro. It shits on them.
But Tim, I'm not expecting City to ever do the Invincibles.
No, but what I'm trying. Okay, I'm not expecting because of
they're capable.
No. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not expecting, but they are very capable. See with the Invincible team, if you watch that documentary, yeah, as Wenger said, it was more of a mentality. That's what I said to Chris.
There's a lot of a mentality. There was a lot of.
It was more of the mentality. It was more of a like. He said to the guys, he said it. He said he dropped it in there like to say, "Oh, we could probably go the season unbeaten." They laughed. Before they knew it, they was like, "Hang on a minute, look how it happened." The first game, I think it was the second game of the season. We played Man United at Old Trafford, and Rurad Nisore hits the crossbar, the last minute penalty. Starts from there, bro. That alone shows you it's a special season.
The gods, the football gods.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. I don't think City will ever have that because they will probably steamroll teams, if that makes sense. You know what I mean, Chris? Like they will steamroll teams.
I'm happily gonna. Sorry, go on, Puz.
Go on, Chris.
I don't see them winning the treble. Like as great as they are, I just
they won the treble, bro.
They've won the treble.
Sorry,
Invincibles.
I don't see them being invincibles. Not in this day and age. It's impossible.
No, I agree. Remember, I said that. I said I don't think they'll do it.
No, we agree, but I think I
Bro,
wouldn't be shocked.
they'll get, bro. At some point in the season, they're gonna get beaten by Tottenham. At some
Yeah,
point in the season.
So hear me out.
Tottenham will beat them.
I have orchestrated this discussion for a reason. There was a bigger point that I'm leading to. Sim has inadvertently touched on it about 5-6 times. And the point is, the reason why I have felt like this, the hype around it, the expectations around it have not been the same, is because one of the labels that have been thrown at this treble is it's manufactured. It's kind of, it's compressed. And Sim has backed that point up, consciously or subconsciously, about 4 or 5 times, in mentioning the squad, in mentioning the depth, in mentioning what they can do. And then Puz, you made it even a stronger point by saying it's a different era. So hold on a minute, because it's a different era where there's more money.
Manufactured.
Sorry?
You said manufactured in a different era, 2 different conversations though.
No, they are very much the same. They link. What I'm trying to say is this: the Arsenal team wasn't manufactured. That's the point. The Arsenal team wasn't. The Arsenal team was made of all the minerals that we love football for. Homegrown players. Players that Arsene Wenger brought through. Tight budgets. A rivalry like that will never be matched with United. Season after season, 50-50. United, Arsenal. That went on for 8 seasons. Like, there's no one to rival City right now, Puz. There's no one. Liverpool tried. No, you tried. You failed. Liverpool tried, they failed. Man United, we can't even try. We're nowhere near City.
I was just about to say that.
We're nowhere near City.
We're nowhere near them.
We're nowhere near them. Like, forget the points total. We finished nearly 19 points behind them. Forget the points total.
We all know. Forget the points total, Chris. Forget.
No. We all know.
When it matters, this is what I'm trying to say. When it mattered, they went home with the treble, and they beat you in a cup final to make that treble.
Absolutely.
When it mattered.
Absolutely. Why I'm saying to get the points total is because by domestic standards, City have had a poor season. City's point total regularly has accumulated over 90 points in 3 of their last 5 seasons. By their standards, this has been a poor season.
Everyone's had a poor season then, because everyone's points total wasn't, apart from Arsenal.
That's because of the World Cup. All right? I'm not saying that the standard, hear me out, I'm not saying that the standard didn't drop a little bit, but what I am saying is this. They beat us. No, look, there's arguments to thing there. What I'm trying to give City credit here. They beat us by like 19-ish sort of whatever points. I personally think it could have quite easily been 30 points. Yeah. I don't think it's impossible. I don't think it's impossible for City to go a 103-point game finish in the season, and we finish on a respectable 80 points. That's not unseen, though. Like 80 to 90.
Hey, Chris, it's funny you say that. 80 points 10 years
was
ago
the limit. Exactly, was the limit. Like, Alex Ferguson and Arsene Wenger often talked about we need to get to 80 points, and then you can talk about the winning the league. Liverpool and Man City changed that. They moved it to 90 plus points, and now City are the only ones comparing it. Anyway, so that was all I wanted to say about the treble.
We were close.
That's all I wanted to say about the treble, and I'm glad you guys. But I'll admit I did orchestrate that a little bit. I'm sorry, I did kind of like lead you guys down the path there, but
that's all right.
But there you go. Saying all of that, it is an absolutely outstanding achievement. Point in the fact that it's only ever been done twice. And it kind of follows like a 20-year span, because I remember United beating Liverpool in the 80s to stop them winning the treble. And then we kind of did it, late 90s. And then we basically did it kind of 20 years later in 99. And now nearly 20 years later again, City have now done it. So, you know what I mean? Maybe it's time in the next 3 years for that invincible record to fall. Maybe.
Is this Pep's second treble?
No, I'm talking about in England anyway. But no, he's done it with Barcelona.
But I'm trying to say, okay, this is Pep's second treble, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Pep was the old manager to do a treble for two different teams. He's the only one to do it twice.
Yeah, listen, where I really struggle, we'll talk about Pep now. Where I really struggle is I don't understand why he keeps getting put in next to Sir Alex Ferguson. And I don't understand, I do because of the stats. I don't see personally how he could be compared in terms of what he's done. I think he's changed the game. I think he's changed the style. I think he's created a brand and style of football which is the best on the planet. I think he's one of the best managers and best coaches. And I personally think that he has overhauled football in a way that no one else can ever think. Is he the greatest at the moment? Yes. For me, Sir Alex Ferguson did more than that. And that's just my opinion. I can back it up.
Chris.
That's just my opinion.
Chris. I'm with you 100%. But is he in the conversation?
Oh, he has to be.
That's all I say. I agree with you because I feel like, see with Pep.
I've got a question. I've got a question. Right. So if Chris, this is for you, Chris, mainly.
Yeah.
And you said you want to contribute. If Alex Ferguson is the greatest or the number one, who's number two?
Mm-hmm. It's going to be tough. There's a lot of big names. Arsene Wenger, Jose Mourinho, Carlo Ancelotti, but I think Pep's probably bigger than them, even Klopp. I'd probably say at this moment in time, even Zidane. What is that? 3 Champions Leagues in a row, but he's not the greatest.
So if Pep's number two,
it's probably Pep. It's probably Pep.
It can only be Pep, bro. There's no one else.
So okay, pause.
But Guardiola has destroyed all of these from Barcelona till now. He's destroyed every manager that we call great. Destroyed with his tactical play, with his tactical teams. He's tore us apart every single time we played him. Tore us apart.
You see, that's where I disagree a bit.
You
Not
guys
completely.
faced him in finals, tore you apart, or you faced him in matches.
I'm not denying that. I'm not denying that. I personally think F1. I personally think. Hear me out. Yes, he's beaten Ancelotti. He's beaten Mourinho. I don't know if he ever really beat Wenger. Yeah, he did. Wenger. Cool. Right. I liken this for F1. Right. For me, the GOAT of F1 is Lewis Hamilton. A lot of people will say it's Michael Schumacher is their all-time favorite. Some people will say it was Senna. Some people will say various different names, right? The guy on top right now is Verstappen. We know he's on top. He's not coming off. Now, when 2014, when Lewis Hamilton went to Mercedes, he had the best car. And he won back-to-back championships for about 5 or 6 years. He was battling with Vettel, which made it really interesting. But Ferrari wasn't a touch on Mercedes.
I love what you're saying now. Go on.
Here's my point. Verstappen is one of the most elite drivers. But the argument for F1 has always been, if you put all 26 drivers in the same car, on the same track, who would win, right? That's always been the argument. But that's not how F1 is built. F1 has always been about the cars, okay?
Yeah.
So my point is this. What is the single biggest reason why Verstappen is dominating at the moment? He's got the best car. I'm not trying to say that he's not one of the best, if not going to be the best driver of all time. But what is the single biggest reason? He is. Now, Pep is this. Listen, I'm taking nothing away from his accolade. But Pep has had the best teams and the best squads with the most amount of money throughout his entire career. I want to see Pep Guardiola. He
created that Barcelona side.
Yeah, I would say, Chris, I would say, see the Barcelona one. Yeah.
I'm not saying
even. Bro, I watch football. I feel like people don't watch football.
Chris,
he created that Barcelona side, bro.
That Barcelona side.
Who came up with tiki-taka? Everybody uses tiki-taka now.
Yeah.
Golden State Warriors model themselves off tiki-taka football that Guardiola created. He created that with that Barcelona side.
I'm not denying that. And you lot know how much I love the 2010 Barcelona team. You lot know that I've said that I think that's probably arguably the greatest ever footballing team besides what? You lot have heard me say it. 1970s Brazil World Cup team.
Brazil
You lot have
squad,
heard me
yeah.
say those two teams, right? Pep did that. I'm not saying that. However, I'm sorry, Puz. He had the best players. And I'm not saying that he didn't make them the best players. What I am saying is this. If we took Pep out of that 2010 Barcelona team, we took him out for the manager, right? And we put Ancelotti in that team instead. Would Ancelotti still be... No, hear me out. I don't care. Would he have been... Listen to me. Would he have challenged for the Spanish title? What's the Spanish title again?
Copa del
La
Rey.
Liga, sorry. Would he have challenged for La Liga, Copa del Rey, and Champions League? Yes, he would.
Right.
Why? Why? Because
he would have challenged. It's different from saying would he have won it.
No,
he would have challenged.
Listen.
And Chris. Pause, let him land. Pause, let him land. Pause, let him land. Let him land.
Pause, you're missing the point. I have not taken anything away from Pep. I have said that he is probably, if not, for me, he's the best manager on the planet right now. He probably has been the best manager on the planet for the last decade, easily. I'm taking nothing away from him. But where I think he has a stain on his ledger is not in his dominance, not in his tactics, not in his ability to overcome trials, not in his ability to coach players, not in his style of play, not in his ability to get the best out of players. Where my thing is this, he's had elite. My guy is a chef, and he's the best chef, but he has the best tools. He has the best ingredients. He has the best restaurant staff. He has the best everything. What I want to see is this. I want to see Pep Guardiola, yeah? I want to see him go to Germany and take Union Berlin and fucking break the Bayern Munich and Dortmund mold. That's what I want to see. Do you know why? Because there are managers that have done that so many times.
That's a silly argument.
Why?
That's such a silly argument.
Why is that a silly argument? Why is that a silly argument?
Bro, then Wenger has to do the same thing. Wenger has to do the same thing.
Chris,
let Alex Ferguson go to Union Berlin and do it then.
He did. That's my point. I will tell you right now how he did it. Thank you. I'll take
Scottish League.
Thank you. So hear what? Now I'm gonna kill you.
Chris,
I'll kill you right now.
Chris, you're being unfair because in that time, Aberdeen wasn't a crap team. When Alex had that team, it wasn't a crap team. Let's not do that.
I will break that argument right now.
Aberdeen wasn't a crap team. Aberdeen was up there with Celtics and
Aberdeen were fighting relegation the season before, so Alex Ferguson took over them. And then he finished 14th in his first season. He then won the league 3 times in a row, beating the old firm title hold. He then won the Champions League, beating Real Madrid and Bayern Munich on the way. He destroyed the world with a team which didn't even have a tenth of the budget that Celtic and Rangers did. Do you know, in the 38 years since he won the league with Aberdeen, you know who's won the Scottish title? Celtic and Rangers.
Yes, but Chris, what I'm trying to say, that was a maverick. What I'm trying to say, I get where you're coming from. I'm not disputing subscribers. I'm not disputing Alex's coaching skills or his managerial skills. However, in those days, I would now say Alex had a formula and he had a way of playing. He knew how to get certain things out of players.
I've got a question for you.
And another thing is, Aberdeen wasn't as bad as you think they were. They were
fighting relegation, mate. They finished 14th with 2 points above the thing. They were shocking. They were horrible.
And that was his first season there.
No, he took that team over. They brought him in.
That's what I'm trying to say. So when they was finishing 14th, he took that. That's what I'm trying to say. That was his first season.
No. They were fighting relegation. No, that was the season after. They were fighting relegation. It's probably not 14th. I don't know how many teams there are in the Scottish League. So I'm sorry. They're fighting relegation. Next season he comes in, finishes 14th in the first, and then goes and wins the title back to back. And he wins the European Cup.
Chris, so what? By your logic here, Brian Clough should be in your top 5 greatest managers of all time. Yeah? Tony Barton should be in your top 5 greatest managers of all time. Tony Barton won the Champions League with or the European Cup with Aston Villa. Brian Clough won it for.
Yep, not in
What's
Forest.
that
these
other
managers
guy that
legend?
used to play
By
for
that
Aston
logic.
Villa?
Sorry?
And what's the other guy that won the European Championship with Dortmund? What's his name? Lambert, the manager. What's his name? Not Ricky Lambert. What's his other name?
What?
Lambert, you know.
I said Ricky Lambert. Nah, Jurgen Klopp won the Champions League with Dortmund.
No. Before
Jurgen Klopp ain't won the Champions League. Where you going, bro?
No.
He won the Champions League with Liverpool.
Yo,
Not
Chris, look at
Dortmund.
that.
He's won it with Liverpool.
Yeah, he won it with Liverpool, not Dortmund.
Yeah, my bad.
So as I'm saying, by your logic here, are these managers just fantastic, the greatest ever? Bro, we don't even remember. We remember Blancroft. You don't even remember Tony Barton.
You did.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
because
but
I
that's
looked
what I'm
at
trying
the
to
name
say,
before this.
Chris.
I looked at the name
Chris,
before
what
this.
I'm trying to say, I'm
So-
not disputing what Alex Ferguson has done.
I'll
Let's just
answer Puz's point
Go on.
when you want me to.
Wait, when you do with yours, I'm gonna go into my triad about why I think Pep's the greatest. Before this guy, please mute. If you can mute this guy, mute him, please. But go on,
No,
Chris.
he's here now. Anyway, Sim was talking. Go on.
What was the question?
What I'm trying to say here, Chris, is I'm
Hold
not
on, Spons.
discrediting what Alex Ferguson has brought to the game. But what I'm trying to say, the way he won those championships compared to way Pep's won those championships, two completely different things, man.
Yeah, 100%. Pep never had no competition nowhere.
No, that's
No.
Alex Ferguson had the Italian league, Serie A.
No, but what I'm trying to say is, yeah, he has reinvented football. Look what he has done with Stones in the space of 4 to 5
Bro,
months.
it's not just Stones.
That's
Where's
a
Sterling?
madness, bro.
Where is
Look
Sterling?
what he did. No, forget that.
Where's
Look
Leroy
what he's done
Sané?
look what he's done with Bernardo Silva. Look what he's done. He was playing left back, bro. He's done
Look what Sir Alex did with fucking Darren Fletcher.
No, but
Bro,
wait.
that's just hard
John
work.
O'Shea.
Wait.
John
Wait, so
O'Shea.
you're saying it was Sir Alex, Chris? Everyone knows it was
Are you
Carlos
saying that was
Queiroz,
Sir
Chris.
Alex, or are you saying that was Sir Alex's tactical
It
genius?
was not
or
Sir
he
Alex
just
that
knew?
did that. He not, bro.
Yeah, bro.
So what are you
Everyone
saying?
knows he
Arteta
wasn't
was
the one
the
making
catalyst
training.
behind Pep then?
Sim's point was,
Okay, go on.
look
Catalyst for
how
Pep.
Pep has transformed a
Pep has
player.
come out and said Arteta helped as well.
Sim's point
My
was,
point is,
look how he's transformed
Bernardo
the player.
Bernardo Silva was no left back. Stones was no DM. And let's be honest, guys.
John
those
O'Shea
guys
wasn't a
look
DM. John O'Shea wasn't a right back. Shona wasn't a centre back.
Wait.
But I
Those
swear
guys
one
look
game he even played up front.
No, wait. Those guys were playing top oppositions, not mediocre teams. These guys were playing these positions against a Bayern Munich, against a Real Madrid that won the Champions League 3 times in a row. They were bossing it, bro. That's what you call football domination. No one has
So
ever...
you're telling me when Alex Ferguson won his last title, he did it with Welbeck and them, man. You're telling me that's not...
We had Tom Cleverley in our fucking midfield.
Okay, we all know, yeah. Let's not be rude, yeah. When Sir Alex Ferguson won his last title, he got the last juice out of those players. Hence why you lot went on a major decline after that. You went on a major decline.
Okay, so what you're telling me, if another manager comes in to Man City, they're going to do the same.
Guys, what I'm trying to say, these guys that have been playing for Pep Guardiola have been playing in a certain position for a very long time. He has transitioned their position mid-season whilst winning the treble. That is crazy.
Nah,
that's unheard of.
Sim, there are lots of players who get put into different positions and are told to play certain roles to do it. Look at Ben White.
Okay, Chris, I love how you said that. You're just using my example. That's what I'm trying to say. Look at Ben White, and what did he win at the end of the season?
Chris,
what did he win at the end of the season?
The only reason why everybody plays an inverted right back now is because of Pep.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say.
Have I argued that?
No, but what you lot not understanding? He's doing against top opposition. Sir Alex wasn't doing against a Barcelona. He wasn't doing it against a flipping Arsenal invincible team. He was doing it against mediocre teams.
I just
Hold on,
told you that he took a relegating Fighting Aberdeen and broke the strongest in all-time Scottish hold. He broke it. He dominated
early in his career.
And more than that, he beat Real Madrid to the Champions League final. He beat Bayern Munich to the Champions League final with a team that was worth nothing. So what I'm trying to say to you, Sim, is we can all give examples, like Puz did. We can all give examples of where
how much is Barcelona worth?
No, it's the funniest thing, guys. Yeah.
No,
It's the funniest thing. Yeah.
Puz, that's
I'm not even
a
I'm not even gonna
controversial
lie.
point.
Yeah.
That's a
You
controversial
guys,
point
no, it's the funniest
because
thing.
Lambasadia
No, why you actually
is
have to give it to Pep?
Man United Academy.
Wait,
the
guys,
reason
guys.
why
No, why you actually wait. No, why you actually have to give it to Pep? Because when Pep did
No, we
face
don't.
Sir Alex Ferguson in the final, we saw what happened, bro. You lot wasn't in the game.
Outclassed.
So for me, if you want to use tactically who's better, we saw it on the biggest stage. And let's not say Man United's team wasn't good, because you had Ronaldo, you had Rooney, you lot was firing, and you saw what happened.
we didn't have
You
Ronaldo.
lot saw what happened. You heard Rio from his own mouth. We couldn't get near them. We were second. We were second to each ball.
Sim, how many
comes
times
from
have you heard me say?
studying.
How many times have you heard me say that
But what I'm
that
trying to say,
2010
okay,
Barcelona
Chris,
team is
no,
arguably
wait,
the
but
best?
Chris, this is
I
what
think
I'm
that
trying to
I
say.
think that
Messi was
2010
Wait,
team was the best
let me
team.
land. Let me land. No, let me land.
Messi was on juice them times.
What I'm trying to tell you is, yeah, you're saying that is the best team. That stems from Pep. He didn't spend a lot of money in that team. Most of those players are academy players. He brought them through. That's what Puz is trying to say.
Eight of the team is academy players.
Who did he bring through? Busquets.
I never disagreed with that. No.
You
So
know
what I'm trying to say, no, wait, guys, what I'm trying to say,
But I
we
can't
have
give
seen,
Messi his first debut.
Wait,
So,
okay.
what's your
We have
point?
seen,
He
we
said he
have
brought
seen,
players
yeah?
through. I'm asking a question. Who did he bring through?
Don't worry,
Jesus
man.
Christ.
So what? You're not gonna answer my question now?
Because
What I'm trying to say,
Rijkaard gave
Puz.
Messi his debut. What does that mean?
Exactly.
What does
So
it
you're
mean?
telling me it was Pep that brought him through? What?
Well,
Who did he
did
bring
not
through?
Ragnick not give Garnacho his debut? What, are we going to now say,
hold on, Sim.
come
Hold
on,
on,
man,
Sim.
let's not be silly, man.
I didn't even hear what Smiles' point was.
Because we're talking over
Right,
each
could
other,
give
that's
Messi
why.
his debut, no? Yes or no?
Yeah,
I just asked that question.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean...
So why
what's
you
your
not
point?
going
What's
into
your
why
point?
you having a fit?
No, what's your point?
Not Puz, Sans. What I'm trying to say...
Right, could give Messi his debut.
What I'm trying to say, okay, you can have a Ferrari, yeah? But if you don't know how to use it, you're going to crash it, right? Pep knew
That's
how
cool,
to
but
use
you
Messi.
still got a Ferrari. You still got a Ferrari.
Yeah, but what I'm trying... Okay, there's a difference. You can have a Ferrari, but if you don't know how to shift those gears or glide through those lanes, you're going to write off your car. You don't know how
still
to
have a
handle
Ferrari.
it.
So you
Okay,
still got
fair
an
enough.
asset.
And what did I say?
Smiles, your point's irrelevant because Sim's absolutely right.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
You don't...
But you still got a Ferrari.
Yeah, but
Who cares?
you know what I mean, Chris? You can have a Ferrari and you don't know what to fucking do with it. That's what I'm trying to
Thank
say.
you.
Miles,
That's the honest
can I ask you a
truth.
question? Chris, Sim, let me talk to Smiles. Can I ask you a question? Yeah.
I don't wanna answer it.
You look, come, man. Let's not do this though, man. Let's stay on track.
No. But
All I'm
Sim,
trying to say is, Chris, yeah. Wait.
Sim,
I'm gonna say one more thing. You lot can have the floor.
opinion.
No, wait.
I'm gonna. Opinion.
What?
I'm
Now
gonna
you
say one
understand that
thing.
puzzle. You understand that puzzle?
No, what I'm trying to say is,
You understand that now, yeah?
thing, and
Smiles.
you lot can
I
have
don't know
the
who
floor.
Puzzles is.
What I'm trying to say is, yeah, we have seen the early rivalry between Sir Alex and Pep, and we saw the result from it. Sir Alex got outclassed. We can now say Pep was kind of beginning.
Pep came at the end of his
Wait.
Fergie's career.
God.
You're gonna look. He was at the height.
No, but what I'm trying to say is, yeah, we can now argue and say Sir Alex was coming to the end of his career, which as United fans, I wouldn't disagree. And Pep was kind of in his groove at the beginning of his Barca career. But what I'm trying to say, you can see where football was transitioning from that game.
That was his first big job, by the way, you know.
If you're saying Pep as like
that was his first big job, by the way.
Football, yes.
No, wait, Smiles.
But he's
That's
not
his first big job,
manager.
You know. Never managed before that.
Wait, what?
But this is what Puz, this is what I'm trying to say. I think a lot of
never
people
managed before that.
What I think a lot of people discredit Pep here because they've always said he's had unlimited money, he's always had star players. But I'm not gonna lie, if I was him, let's say I've always wore Louis Vuitton my life, why am I gonna start now wearing high tech? That's all I know. That's all I've been accustomed to, right?
That's cool.
So why would I start learning? Why would I start wearing high tech just to say, know what, guys, I'm gonna prove, bro. Best managers get the best players, and they get the best out of those players, bro. That's
fair
proven.
enough.
That is proven.
Like Alex Ferguson, yeah.
You know what?
That is proven.
The reason I've only said, listen, let me say this, and then Puz is gonna ask me a question. Has Pep Guardiola changed football? Yes. Do you want me to say that again? Has Pep Guardiola changed football? Yes. Has he created a unique style which has innated itself into every single style? Has he created an elite style that every single team is trying to incorporate? Whether it's playing out,
not one.
Let me land, Sim. Fucking hell, bro.
Sim, hold on. Go on, Chris.
Stop discrediting this man. Multiple,
Sim,
bro.
let me. All right, I'm done. I'm not talking. It's fine.
Sim,
you got
to let him talk. Chris, go on. Chris, please, go on.
I'm done.
Pep's a fraud, man.
No, Chris, please, go.
Fucking hell.
Go. Sorry.
Has he created a style which everyone else has tried to incorporate in multiple fashions? There you go. I said the word for you, okay? Whether it's playing out from the back, whether it's inverted fullbacks, whether it's tiki-taka football, he's created several brands and an innate style. Jesus Christ. Yes. Has he dominated football? Yes. Has he brought through the best players? Yes. Has he transformed players? Yes. Has he done it all? Yes. Fucking hell, what else do you want me to say? Is he the greatest of all time, in my opinion? No. Reason being is, this is it, and I'm going to finish my point. Pep Guardiola took over Barcelona in 2008. Let me read out to you Barcelona's 2007 and 2008 team. Now, bearing in mind, he took this team and he made them better. So I am still saying that he's one of the greatest. But let me say this. I will read out this team for you. This is the 07-08 team that he inherited. Victor Valdez in his prime at 26 years old. Gabriel Milito, arguably one of Argentina's greatest ever fullbacks. Rafael Marquez, the greatest Mexican footballer of all time. Carlos Puyol, Xavi, Idiger Johnson, Andres Iniesta, Samuel Eto'o, Ronaldinho, Zambrotta, Pinto, Thierry Henry, Edmilson, Silvinho, Giovanni Dos Santos, Lionel Messi, Enrico Dzeko, Erda Turam, Lilian Thuram, Abidal, Yaya Toure, Bojan, who was a youngster back then, went to Stoke and did shit, and Alberto Jaraca. I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry. You can take any fucking good manager. Shit, you can even take Ranieri, who's just brought up thing from the second division of Spanish team when they were 14 points off. You can take any good manager. Carlo Ancelotti, Jurgen Klopp, Sir Alex Ferguson, Arsene Wenger, Jose Mourinho. You can take any good manager. With that fucking team, they will probably win the league. They will probably challenge for Champions League. And they will probably dominate. Will they do it as good as Pep? No. But they will probably dominate. So I am saying to you this. Pep is that bit better. But he has had the fucking best from the beginning. That's my point. And until he does it with a team, until he does it without the riches and without the monies and all of that shit and the greatest teams ever.
Okay, and what
he's
did
not
I
going to
say?
be the best.
Mama love.
Okay, and what did I say to you, Chris? If a guy's used to Louis Vuitton and he's always had Louis Vuitton, why now should he now go and do it with high tech? Would you?
I don't think he should. I don't think he should.
Exactly. So
I
that
don't think he
argument is
should.
voided. That's why I keep on
No, it's
saying that
not.
to people. Of
It's
course,
not
it's
voided.
voided. No one's gonna be
It's
voided.
not, Tim.
Of course, it's
It's not
voided.
void. It's not voided.
It's not
but
voided. It's
like
gonna
I
be
said,
void. But for me,
it's
what I'm trying to say is,
for you. Yeah.
we regard him as one of the best managers. Yeah, we regard him as one of the best managers or best coaches.
Yeah.
It's automatically teams with good players are going to attract him. He's not going to go to a Stoke. They can't even afford him.
No,
That's
I
what I'm
agree.
trying to
I
say.
agree.
So
I
what I'm
agree.
trying to say, he's never going to go below that bar. See,
So-
Sir Alex Ferguson, that's what I keep on saying. When you compare these two, I keep on saying, know what? It's not even fair because one was kind of in an era where you kind of got to work with what you got, and one's just been handed always a decent team. But it's not his fault. He knows how to assemble this decent team and not clock it up a couple levels. We can't be angry at that.
We're not angry, and maybe this is where we
No.
need to make our bridge, because I personally feel we're getting there. Through this discussion, we're getting there. Maybe the argument has been wrong from the beginning. Maybe we all agree that the argument of the greatest of all time, and Pep has to be the greatest of all time, is the wrong argument. Because I personally feel that there are certain credentials that you can put towards a manager of all time that Pep hasn't got, and then there are certain credentials that Pep has got, which some people would say deserves to be in the argument. So maybe it's half a sixth of others and a dozen of others. So, Puz, what are you saying?
But this
I got that saying wrong, by the way.
You know what I wish right now? I wish the Spanish national team didn't hate Pep Guardiola and they would just let him manage. They can win the World Cup and shut everyone up.
But pause. This is what I'm trying
This
to
feels
say.
like this feels like the Messi
That would be nothing different. That's just the Barcelona team.
No, but pause.
This feels like
This
the
is what
Messi
I'm trying to
all
say.
over again.
No, pause. This is what I'm trying to say. The fact
Why are you
that
bringing them into this?
the fact that
Sim, sorry to interrupt you. Sorry to interrupt you. Puz, are you talking about the Spanish team now? Sorry.
Yeah, the Spanish team now.
Okay, sorry.
What is the likelihood of us seeing that we're never going to see that due to political reasons, let's just say that, allegedly, but if we did and he does what he does, what do we say? Because the likelihood, I think he would do a madness with that team. I think our football acronym, all of us will say, yeah, Pep will do a madness.
And you know what? I'd agree. You know what? I would agree. That's why, for me,
I ain't even gone on my triad yet.
You know what? For me, that's why his ledger isn't necessarily tarnished, but his ledger is stained anyway. Because all I've seen is him win with the best. That's all I've seen. And yes, I've seen the best. And he's played the best football, and he's got the best players and all the rest of it. And that's fine. I'm
going to throw a spanner in the works,
Go for it.
Due to Alex Ferguson leaving Aberdeen and going Man United, I could say the same for Sir Alex. He's always had the best. That's what I'm trying to say.
You see, I personally think.
Chris, you're being biased now.
Hear me out. No. You don't know my argument. You don't know my argument.
Go on, you're right.
You got to let him go.
What gives Sir Alex Ferguson, Jose Mourinho, and Arsene Wenger more credibility? Remember, I'm not putting them in the same argument.
Yeah, okay.
Not necessarily. It's because of the errors that they've done them in. Now, we all know, like wrestling, for example, goes through errors. Yeah. We all talk about what's the best era. Is it the attitude era? Is it the Hulk Hogan era, right? No. Well, for me, the best era of Premier League football was the Man United Arsenal era. I loved it. For me, that's the best, okay? However, it was busted up by who? Jose Mourinho. In 2004, in 2004, when he got that Chelsea team, he then went on and dominated and broke every record, played not amazing football, but did it. And so That's what happens in football, right? Football
why you not
has.
staying in him with money?
But Chris, that's what I'm trying to say.
Chris,
Why
are you not
you're
staying
saying
in
that?
Mourinho saying, no, he had money, he had the best players?
I was just going to say that. I was just going to. No. Literally, I was just going to say that. I was just literally going to say he dominated and he broke up anything. Why? Because he had the best team. He had the most money.
Funds.
He had unlimited funds. So he was allowed to do what he wanted. Now, for me, that's when it kind of falls a little bit, because I love the idea. We all love an underdog. We all love someone who breaks the mold. Like Arsenal and Man United, the reason why your point, like I'm arguing against your point, Sim, I'm not saying it's not relevant, I'm arguing, is because Sir Alex Ferguson dealt with these challenges, and Wenger as well, time and time again. They evolved their teams to meet the challenges. When the Mourinho challenge, when the Abramovich challenge came in, did Arsenal and Man United, not so much Arsenal, they kind of fell away towards the end, but definitely Man United, did they raise to that challenge? Yes. Did Sir Alex Ferguson change his team and beat Mourinho? Yes. Now, he couldn't beat Pep. He couldn't beat Pep. We tried, and we couldn't beat Pep, because by that point, Pep had ascended everything and had made the juggernaut. I'm telling you, that 2010 Barcelona team, I've said this 1,000 times on this channel, is for me the best, or one of, if not the greatest footballing team of all time. I think that team would beat this Man City team.
Yeah, so but team will. What I'm trying to say is funny. It's funny you say that team will beat that Man City team, but who would be the manager?
Yeah, it's Pep.
Would it be Pep versus himself?
No,
that's what I'm trying to say.
No, it'd have to be no managers, just both teams coached by Pep go against each other type thing. You know what I mean? So anyway, Puz wants to say his trial.
Came into that Barcelona team. He got rid of Deco. He got rid of Ronaldinho. He got rid of Zlatan Ibrahimovic to play the football that he wanted to play.
Zlatan wasn't in that team.
He bought Zlatan.
They bought Zlatan. They bought Zlatan. They bought him.
But he still got rid of him.
Yeah, they fell out though, innit? They fell out though.
He didn't suit his style of play.
Correct.
With Pep, everyone has to play a certain way. That's the only way we're going to win. All the players say it.
Correct.
Messi or no Messi, Xavi or no Xavi, Iniesta or no Iniesta. Arguably, he just happened to have some of the greatest midfielders of all time.
He did, but I'll let you finish, and then I'm going to say my point.
These midfielders all came up under him. They all came up watching him. They all praised him for where they've got to.
Yeah.
Let's not forget, Pep Guardiola is a Barcelona legend as well. Yeah. As a player, not just a manager.
Simeone made him look like a bum.
Okay, cool. So your point is, what's your point, Puz? That he got rid of some of their best players.
My point is, this guy created the greatest footballing side we've ever seen.
Yeah.
Whether you want to say he had great players or not, I don't care. He made those players play the way they played. Because after he left, they didn't have no success until they went and spent a madness on Luis Suarez and Neymar. And then Luis Enrique came and won the triple. Who modeled Pep Guardiola's tactics.
But what I'm trying to say is this: he was given the scope to do it.
What Chris is trying to say?
No, wait, hold on.
His foundation was so strong, any manager could have come in and put.
No, not necessarily. Sid, that's one point. That's one point. Huh?
Chris, who gave it to him?
He was allowed to get rid of Barca. He was allowed to get rid of the players he didn't want, and he was allowed to bring in the players that he did want.
Chris. This boils back to the point I was trying to say. Because Barcelona are well-known, established, world-class team. You're always going to have those type of players in that team. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So
that's what I'm trying to say.
So then you've just destroyed what Puz is saying, because they can get rid of Deco. They can get rid of all these players. It doesn't matter, right?
He was the manager of Barcelona B. You know that, right?
Yes, we know that. Yeah, but he was brought through.
We know.
What I'm trying to say is this. All right, here's my argument to that. Let's put Pep in Man United.
His first major job.
Hear me out.
His first major job was to create the best football inside ever. His
And he
first
did
ever
it.
major.
Well done. Nice. He did it. Yeah. Okay, cool. Let's put Pep. No, because Puz, when have
No,
I
go
ever
on,
said
go on,
he
go on.
isn't? Yeah? Okay,
I'm
cool.
listening.
Let's put Pep in Man United, yeah? Yeah? Cool.
Yeah.
He would never go to Man United, by the way. Too
He
restricted.
was close to. He was close to.
No, he said when we were playing them in the Champions League, he can see himself, this is a great team, he can see himself managing it. We were never close to signing him. Ever. Ever. When Sir Alex Ferguson
Sir Alex.
No. Sir Alex Ferguson had a list of 10 managers. Pep was third on the list. Ancelotti was first on the list. Then Jurgen Klopp. Then Pep. So we tried, but we were never close.
Exactly.
We actually settled on
But
number
that's what I'm
7.
trying to say. He was on your.
Anyway,
he was on you lot's
every
list.
smart manager in the world doesn't go to Manchester United. You know why? Because it's a shit club. Okay? And here's my point. If Pep comes to United, do you really think... If Pep comes to United, do you really think Manchester United, if he turns around and he says, I can't play with that David De Gea, no, he's not my keeper. No, he can't play the style I want, get rid of him. What do you think United's going to say? No, De Gea fucking stays, mate. He's got a 4.5-year contract on 3.50 grand. Work with him. Okay, cool. And guess what? He probably makes De Gea a better player, but he fucking stays. Now, here's what I'm trying to say. Pep went to Bayern Munich, yeah? What was he allowed to do? Change the whole goddamn team. He moved Lahm into centre midfield, transformed Kimmich. He was given the freedom to do what you want. In other words, you don't let Pep go to your team.
Apparently you wanted to play Neuer in midfield.
Neuer in midfield, exactly. The point is this. You don't even try to bring Pep to your team unless you know this already. Because Puz is right. Pep has a style. Pep has a way. If you don't match his way, don't even try. He will go to America and take LA Galaxy and he'll dominate the MLS. Why? Because LA Galaxy will say to him, here's an open checkbook, do what the fuck you want. He came to City.
Chris, this is what I'm trying to say. I feel like you lot are not understanding what I was trying to say. I'm trying to say, I think teams know that. That's why they want him. It's like they see his work, innit?
Yeah, it's true.
He's an artist.
It's true.
They see his work.
It's true.
They think to themselves,
I get it.
I want a bit of that.
What we're trying to say is this. Vincent van Gogh, Moretti, Leonardo da Vinci, all geniuses in their own right, makers of world types of art. However, there are different types of art. And to one person, one bit of art might be the best piece of art on the planet. To another person, it's a piece of shit. So what I'm trying to say to you is this. I have agreed with you on every single point you said about Pep. Every single point. What I am never going to agree with you is this. For me, a credential for the greatest manager of all time is taking something from nothing and making it something. And not just making it something, but making it the best. So Alex did that multiple times with 2 different teams. Pep does that to a elite level with elite players with unlimited funds at elite teams. We will never see Pep. We will never see Pep go to.
We're never going to.
We'll never see it. We'll never see it.
We're never going to see that.
So my argument is almost dead, but it's still there. That's my point. Anyway, Puz,
no, okay. No, fair enough.
Ultimately, Sir Alex Ferguson is Einstein. Pep Guardiola is Oppenheimer.
Good point, but we all credit Einstein more because Oppenheimer.
Exactly.
No. Why though?
Because he's the original.
Oppenheimer. I'm sorry. Oppenheimer was a mess. I'd say a better comparison is this.
Go on.
So Alex is Einstein. Pep is Elon Musk. I'd say that was better.
I would say that's a way better.
That's a better comparison.
But you know why I said that in terms of who actually created the nuclear weapon, the first ever nuclear weapon.
The reason why it's true. It's true, and there's a film coming out of it with Thomas. His real name's not Thomas Shelby. I can't remember his actual real name.
Watch that.
Coming out. So yeah, I'm going to watch that as well. But the point is, thank you. The point is though, Puz. There's a lot of controversy in it. There's a lot of controversy because there's a lot of are the records credible? Blah 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 bollocks. Like we all know that apparently Newton didn't discover gravity. It was actually his assistant.
Yeah.
But because Newton and all of the scientists, because Newton and all of the scientists that worked for him worked under his alias and his belief, whatever you invented, it would go to his credit. But he didn't physically invent it. So, look, that's controversy, and controversy exists in everywhere, especially in football. That's why we love it. I've said my point, and I'm going to go rest. I would love, because I agree with you, I think he'd do it. I would love Pep to go to Spain, go to this Spanish national team that has so much talent in it, and go and fucking win the Euros. Go and win the Euros. Because then he will sit down, he'll sit me down, and anyone else who deters him from his greatness. Because I think he'd do it. I personally think he'd do it. I think he'd go to the Spanish team and make them amazing. But we'll never see it, will we? We'll never see it. So
that's the sad thing.
And by the way, I also think that Arsene Wenger would go and fuck things up with that Spanish team. I also think that Alex Ferguson in his prime would go and fuck things up with that Spanish team.
But
So
Chris, I agree. No, it is. The sad thing is, I feel like all of those managers, bar from Pep Guardiola, if we were lucky to have them all in their prime in one league,
that would have been amazing. That would have been amazing. That's the F1 argument, isn't it? If you took every driver and put them in the same car, you know. But anyway, we never see it. The other thing, which for me, it shouldn't, but it dropped Pep a little bit, is I don't think he's got any competition. I don't think Jurgen Klopp can compete with him. I don't think he's got any competition.
I agree with you on that one.
We agree. Like, City are just so dominant right now. I don't think anyone can touch them. He doesn't have any competition. They can't touch them.
And I feel like that's one thing I would say with you on that one, because he has no competition, he's allowed to experiment. Because it's like, okay, if I mess up, like, let's say 3 games, I know I got the players to rectify, let's say, the next 35 games. Like, you know what I'm saying?
But yeah, exactly. But also, Sim, the only player he's kept from the team he's inherited, we all know, is Kevin De Bruyne. So in the 5 seasons he's been there, he's been able to transform the team, not just the starting 11. He's probably swapped about 20, 25 players in terms of ins and outs. There is no team on the planet that would allow you to do that. There's none. He can't do that at Real Madrid. He can't do that at Barcelona. He can't do that at Bayern Munich. He definitely can't do it at PSG. Because there's too many politics. He can't do it at United. Manchester City was almost perfect because they weren't the most biggest established juggernaut ever, right? He was able, although saying that, City had already won 4 of the previous 6 seasons. So it wasn't like he was inheriting a shit team, was it? Do you know what I mean? It wasn't like he wasn't inheriting a title-winning team, because he was. But he just made them better. Anyway, I think we've completely exhausted it. Puz, what's your triad?
Before we go, there's no even point in my triad. My triad is, look, let's just see what Pep does next season. By the time he retires, I do feel like we're going to be calling, because we're having this argument now and he hasn't retired. That's what's mad.
No, he's still got a long way to go.
By the time he retires, he's going to be the GOAT. Undeniably going to be the GOAT. I would like to ask my honourable friend Miles what he thinks about this argument, because this man's been coming at me since City won. When City were 1-0 up, he's messaging.
I'll be real, Puz. I think it's kind of self-explanatory with Puz, with Smiles, isn't it? Look at.
No, but I want to hear it from him on video or on tape or as we're recording. I just want to hear.
What was your question? See what's talking.
There wasn't actually a question, Smiles. We were just talking about the treble. And then it grew from there. The argument there was originally, our original point about an hour ago now was, what treble's better? But we all came to the conclusion that it's a void argument. But just give us your assessment. Give us your assessment on City's treble and also Pep Guardiola as a manager, with the argument that we've not created, by the way, this is the media, that he's one of, if not the greatest manager of all time. That's not our argument.
Well, that ain't no argument for me. Everyone knows. Well, okay, no, look at my name on here right now. He's nothing. Do you know what? Yeah, do you know what it is? It's positive that makes me hate this guy, Like, I'll be honest with you. It's puzzles that makes me hate
sorry.
this game.
I
He goes on like
I
he's
sorry,
the
Smalls,
god of
stop
football.
making
He
Smalls.
invented the ball
Hold
of
on,
football.
Sorry,
No,
guys.
but what do you mean? You asked me a question.
I
Can I
don't
speak?
know who Puzzles is. I don't know who that is. But go on,
Oh,
Smalls.
Puz.
Please
Okay.
carry on.
Yeah, Puz. Puz is the one that makes me hate this guy because he just goes on like everything he does turns to gold. Like, and I'm telling him, like, bro, he's
It
got
does.
help along the way. Yeah, I don't rate him that much. And like, I think he's a great manager. All his tactics, nothing is new under the sun. He implemented it from somewhere. Playing out from the back. Is he the one that invented that? Go on. He just
Johan
invented-
Cruyff, but go on.
But he just implemented it better. No?
And-
Yes or
No,
no?
I
Yes or no?
I can't lie, man.
Smalls,
Hey, you
triangles. Who started triangles?
No, wait, you lot.
What you
Oh, there's
say?
an argument. There's an argument.
wait,
Who started? Who
wait,
tried
wait.
to try and go? Hey, do you know what? Bielsa started.
Play that for the
Um,
back, yeah.
No,
Play that from the-
not. He didn't
No,
invent
I
it.
think
But who was it? Who was it that was? Is it Bielsa that invented staggered pressing from the front? Not the
Yeah,
Gegen
yeah.
press, not the Gegen press, but staggered pressing. So one goes, triggers the other one, triggers the other one, triggers the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, go on.
Exactly.
Go on, Smalls.
And Puzzles goes on like Pep woke
Yeah,
up one morning and said, I'm gonna do this, and
I can't lie, but hey, you lot. See this full stop and 90? He makes. Hey, I can't lie, man. See me, yeah. I don't dislike Pep,
Wait. No,
but I
Sim,
might.
wait. Who created
Go
the
on,
false
go on.
nines, bro?
I don't know. You're about to tell me, go on. You just Pep, innit?
It was Pep.
Pep.
It was Pep, bro. Pep, bro.
Alright, that's
That's
one
what-
thing.
Hey, that's what I'm saying, Chris.
Wait.
That's what I'm
Wait,
saying.
so
I can see.
Sim, hold on. Who managed Spain? Who was the manager of Spain when they were playing with false nine?
Oh, what, you're gonna
That's
say
what
it's
I
Pep
was
as
just
well?
about to say.
It was Del Bosque.
No.
So who's he copying?
So what's your point?
Okay.
I don't know what your
I'm
point
trying to
is.
say-
Arguably
No,
the second greatest
What?
like country's football inside ever. Spain.
Okay, so what's your point? Tell me your
Living
point.
off
They
tactics
copied
of
Pep
Pep.
style.
They
Okay,
caught
that's your
Pep's-
point.
Pep style, bro.
Okay, that's one style. He's what? One.
Nah. You can't sweep that under the carpet, man.
I can't. I'm
Bro,
just
they
saying
won,
one.
they won the World Cup and Euros. That's a madness.
No, they won the Euros. They won the World Cup.
World Cup.
They won the
Then won the Euros again.
Euros again, yeah. So yeah, that's mad. You can't do that. That's mad.
Still today,
And that
no
that
team
Spanish
has
team
done
was just the Barcelona team except for Villar.
No, it was a Barcelona and
some
Real Madrid
players
mix.
as well.
Yeah, which is
Okay,
Okay, so we have
understandable.
to credit Real Madrid. Who was the Real Madrid boss at that time? Mourinho?
No, it was Ancelotti, I think.
Ancelotti, yeah, it was
Ooh,
Ancelotti.
so we have to credit Ancelotti as well.
Bro, you
No,
lot
no,
heard
but
me
what I'm
say
trying
I think Ancelotti's probably top 3. You lot heard me say
What I'm trying to say-
Ancelotti's top 3.
Ancelotti's been on more smoke than Pep because he's done it. But look how many times he's done it with what? Juventus?
Nah,
Yeah, but-
AC Milan.
AC Milan, sorry.
AC Milan.
Wait. I was about to say you bet who?
Exactly, AC Milan.
No, but what?
No,
But what?
You can't come with stats, you know.
No, but what it is, yeah? You know what I mean? Because you can't compare Ancelotti and Pep because it's like
So, but you're
Two different
comparing to
eras
my
again.
goal.
Over the span of their careers, over the
but you
span
don't
of
want to
their
compare him to
careers,
Ancelotti because you know
over the-
Ancelotti's got what?
over the span of their careers, Ancelotti's won more. But by the time Pep retires, he would have won more.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. That's what.
Having said that, though, it's also what Smiles is saying. Yeah, we don't know it yet. We can't predict. But what Smiles is saying, though, is also a good argument, one to be debated. Carlo Ancelotti holds credentials because he has won and built teams all everywhere. He's dominated in Italy. He's dominated in England. He's dominated in Spain. And now he's dominated in Spain again. And he's created those teams. He hasn't bought those teams. He's created those teams. And he'll go down as one of the best. And it's similar to Pep in that respect. Pep is just, yeah.
This is why I said
that's the argument.
This is why I said the the day that I think Ancelotti was better than Sir Alex, but you killed me that day. No, obviously you didn't agree with me, but that's a conversation for another day.
There is an argument for Ancelotti being better than Sir Alex Ferguson, but the Alex Ferguson
better than Pep.
No, it is. Chris, I get your Man United bias is always going to go with Sir Alex, and he's got the trophies to back it up, and he's got the. Let's be honest, he's done his groundwork, innit?
I just think Sir Alex. I think because time is not kind to certain degrees, like we don't fully remember what Arsene Wenger and what Sir Alex Ferguson truly done. Like I personally hear me out. We will never see the likes of those managers again, ever.
That's my thing. I think you see all the managers you just mentioned. Sorry, Chris. All the managers you just mentioned can do what Pep does with the. Whoa, not the style of football. Wait, before you like jump on my throat. Wait, not the style of football. With the same caliber of players, I think they can achieve the same success that Pep has achieved. Pep cannot do it the other way around. He cannot build a team from what Shamak and
No. Smiles.
Go on.
Chris said that earlier. That's what we said. We I think we kind of put in a way of errors in it.
Okay.
And I think what Chris is trying to say is that what we've seen in the Sir Alex and Wenger era, we're never going to see that again. But I think that era alone, Chris, as you said, know why it means so much to me and you? That's our era.
Smiles has just made a different point, though.
Can I just say one thing?
Yeah.
No, go on, Chris. I'll make a point after you.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Smiles has just basically said that if you were to take any of these great managers and give them the same sort of resources and similar sort of teams, that they could achieve great things. Maybe not to the style that Pep's done it or to the accolade, but they can achieve great things. But Chris, Pep can't do it the other way around.
You're breaking up.
Oh, sorry. Maybe it's the flipping thing on these.
No, it is. Chris, I get what Smiles means, but we will.
Can you still hear me now?
Hold on.
I can hear him properly, though. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I can hear him. I can hear
you all fine as well.
Oh, okay.
No,
it must just be me then. Sorry, guys. Go on.
Wait, sorry, Chris. I get what you mean. What Smiles is trying to say, but it's like, once again, as I keep on saying, see that era where Sir Alex and Wenger were kind of forced to make teams. Yeah, Pep's never. Unfortunately, we're never going to see that because Pep's never been in that position.
He's never going to be.
He's never going to be in it. Let's be honest.
So that's why. That's why
no one is. No one is. West Ham are buying players for how much million?
Saying that.
Newcastle
hold on a minute. Exactly. Saying that. Let's leave it there, right? Because things are about to get really interesting. If Newcastle, who are richer than City, get the kind of backing that we all expect them to get, they've got Champions League now. Okay.
You need a manager.
Let's see how this plays down, because I personally think that this is the way football's going. I think in order to compete at the top, you need super wealth.
Okay? Yeah, cool.
I personally
bread.
And sorry, say that again.
Man United have always had bread.
Man United have always had bread, but like Sim said earlier, you can have a Ferrari, you will crash it to shit if you don't know how to fucking drive it. And on that note, let me bring out this wonderful, wonderful gift. But the point that got brilliant. Let me print that out. Look at that. There you go. Oh, hold on. The thing's disappearing. There you go. Right. Now, what do we see there? In the same period of time, Man United have spent 902 mils. Yeah. In the same amount of time, 902 mil, whereas City have only spent 667 mil. So this for 14 trophies against only 4. That is the best example. No Manchester United fan is dumb enough to try and compare themselves to what they have. I'm sorry. That is ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
Well, Chris, that's down to an example. But that's down to a poorly run club as well.
Thank you.
though.
You're finishing my point for me.
Yeah.
All that proves is how shit we are. That's all it
Yeah.
proves. It doesn't prove that Pep's great. It just proves that United are that bad, that we've spent nearly a third more than they have and won less than a third than what they have. That's just how shit United are. And you don't know I think United's shit. You know that. So anyway, maybe that's it. Maybe that's the point. Maybe now we're going into a new era again. Okay. We've seen how dominant City are. We all agree that City are so dominant that they have no rivals at the moment, that no manager on the planet with any given team will touch them because they're just too dominant. However, Newcastle have got the backing now. So let's see what happens with Newcastle and going forward now. Anyway, boys, we have been...
Wait,
Go on.
quick question, yeah, before we come off this, yeah. Who's your greatest manager of all time? Just quick fire, Chris.
SAF.
Pause.
My greatest manager of all time is.
That's a Pep, man. We wasted everyone's time. They say quick fire. He's still thinking, man. Pep, gone, Sim. Who's your greatest manager? Mine is Sir Alex Ferguson. Let's just move on. Look at him, bro. You just what? You have to be different now.
No, wait. Did I not say this a couple of weeks ago, though?
No,
okay,
they said
cool.
your greatest manager of all time, not the greatest manager of all time. Your greatest manager of all time.
Yeah, that's what I said.
That's your greatest manager of all time.
All right.
Fine, go on. Yep, go on. Go on, Sim, why?
My one's Wenger. I know
Fair.
he doesn't have the trophies to back it up, but
Wenger's a close second as well, by the way.
Cool.
Pep is
All
your
right,
third.
Sim, why did you ask?
because it just goes to show our biasness, isn't it?
No, you're right.
No,
you're right.
don't pick your nose and
You're
scratch your head. It
Right.
goes to show.
No, you're right. But
And another thing is, we've all argued to say, yeah, Pep's up there, but we've all not put Pep in there.
No, okay, fair enough. But I feel very confident and strong as to the reason why I would say SAF over Pep. And I would have that argument with everyone. In fact, I would even personally say there's a really good argument for who's better, Wenger or Pep. Because when you're talking about changing styles, yeah, you're talking about changing errors, yeah, Wenger's the G. And you know, so
no, that's why. No,
unfortunately, like we all wish that. Imagine if Wenger did have the budget. Imagine if Wenger had the budget.
He didn't have the budget, and look what he did.
Yeah,
exactly.
Bro, that's my point. That's my point. Oi, here's a good argument, and we'll end it here. We'll end it here.
Wenger could have had the budget because he could have gone to Real Madrid, but he turned them down.
Nah, but that just proves he's one of the goats. What would that just proves it? Hey, so what?
You're cunt, you know.
That just proves he is. So. Wait, hear what?
Right.
Would prime Wenger, with 2004, 2005 prime Wenger, what would he do with City's riches and players?
To be fair, I'm gonna go one better. Prime Wenger in 2006 Champions League final with 10 men on the ball.
Post Chase Matthews' house.
11 men on that pitch wins that league and wins that Champions League.
I'm just saying. We're talking about like great managers, yeah. I'm just saying.
I don't think he wins it with the City team, you know. I can't lie.
Yes,
he does. Yes, he does.
No. I'll be real. Puz. Does Wenger win the league with this current Arsenal squad?
100%.
That's a mad one, isn't it, guys?
100%.
No, I don't think he does.
Yes, he does.
He doesn't.
No, he doesn't because
you're right.
you have a couple of players in that Arsenal team right now that Arteta is getting a madness out of, and Arsene Wenger just wouldn't use them. Arsene Wenger just I'm sorry.
Punching. Punching way above their weight.
For me, yeah. Xhaka doesn't get into Arsenal's team. He doesn't get into Wenger's team. As good as he's been,
he gets into Wenger's team.
No, he gets into Wenger's team. Wenger loves him.
Wenger bought him. Yeah, Wenger bought him.
Listen. Gabriel doesn't get into Wenger's team.
No, he does.
Ramsdale doesn't get into Wenger's team.
Ramsdale doesn't get into Wenger's team.
Wenger transformed from you lot's predecessor, the old guard of Tony Adams, Martin Keown, and then brought in Sol Campbell. All of them, those kinds of old school defenders left out, and then you lot struggled because your defense had like freaking what's his name? The bald head one. What's
Seagull.
Sylvester.
He's taking that piss, bro.
Bro, listen, we still made top 4 with them brothers there, you know. We still
No, but no, it is. Guys.
Before we go off topic, better than Pep because he got a tune out of Seagull.
Hey, before we go off topic, honestly, think about it. Let's not talk about he won't get a tune out of these players. Man for man, yeah. Honestly, if Wenger was in the same position Arteta was the season that just went by, does he win the league?
No.
Why?
Oh no, sorry. Are they in the same position?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, then he.
If he's on top for 248 days, does he?
Yeah. He finishes it. Yeah. He dropped. Yeah, he finishes it. Yeah.
Why?
100%.
Why?
Because he created a siege mentality and winning mentality in his teams. That was his greatest thing. He created a winning mentality in his teams. He took a team and went unbeaten for a whole fucking season. So he can take a team that's been on top for 240 days, over 8 points clear at the top, and finish out a league. Bro, he would have done whatever he needed to do. Trust me. That's what makes him one of the GOATs. Trust me, that's what makes him one of the GOATs. I don't see Pep doing that. Anyway, guys, we have to turn it down. Well, you lot don't have to, but I gotta go. This has been mad. We can't even see Sim no more, no disrespect, because there's no light in that car no more. We can't even see. I can see his green top. That's all I can see. I can see his green top. Flip it, neck. Puz is not even been paying attention for the last 20 minutes, mate. He's been looking down at his screen down there.
I'm trying to read stats. I'm reading stats.
Nah, he was trying to come back, but he didn't find any bullets for you, Chris. That's why, bro.
There you go.
That's why it's fun.
Listen,
but we're not listening. Go ahead. We ain't got nothing to say no more.
Christopher is entitled to his own opinion, and I respect that. The same way Christopher respects my opinion.
So why don't you respect my opinion? Whether you had what?
I did.
Why don't you remember? Remember, you know.
Guys,
why don't you respect my opinion? When I say something,
I do.
All right, Chris, what have we got ourselves into?
It has been. Sorry, mate. Sorry.
What have we got ourselves into between Puz and
Man, I don't like. We should have never have allowed these two to mix on the same freaking channel. We should have learned from early days, bro. From time.
By the way, Messi is the greatest of all time.
I knew he was gonna do something stupid.
Lord.
No chance.
What a way to end it. Anyway, it's Ronaldo. Anyway, on that note, let's close it down.
Wait,
ladies and gentlemen.
Goodbye.
Peoples,
let's
just say peoples and the human race, it has been an absolute pleasure.
Bro.
Everyone sign off, please. My name is Chris. It's been an absolute pleasure. Oh, there we go. Go on.
Sorry, before we go, who do you guys think is gonna, challenge next season?
No one's challenging City. They'll win the treble again. Huh?
You think they'll do it again?
I think City could potentially do the quadruple next season.
Nah, then.
You lot. I'm gonna put a stat out there, and if you lot know stats, you know I'm a stat man. The last time Man United won the treble, what did Arsenal do the following season?
We're not getting invincible. That's the end of the show. Bye.
No, it's not invincible. We won the double. So
yeah, no.
All right, cool.
I'm just putting that there.
Challenge for the league?
Sorry?
You think Man United are going to challenge for the league?
If we get a centre back, a goalkeeper,
they need to sell their club.
Midfielder.
They challenging for shit.
We've been everyday fans. Thanks for joining us.
Peace.
Love you.
I love you, Chris. Love you, Puz. Love you, Smart.
Love you, Chris. Take care. Take care.